It's very clear. Ibit, ribbit, in it, did it.
DJ Spinatic, you bastards.
James Bond, I'm on a mission. Bruce Lee, the way I kick it. Tiger Woods, the way I hit it. Look how I whip it, how I whip it.
Hello, and welcome to Man in Time. Today we're going to be talking about the quantum magnetic theory and model that's also known as the electric cloud. This has been a long process in making this final model, and there have been a lot of historians that have contributed to this theory. So, you guys are in for a crazy show tonight because we're going to bring in all of our theorists and we're going to talk to them and see what's up. We're going to see what they're thinking. We're going to see if they agree with this model. So stay tuned, guys, because this is crazy. And we're back, and I'd like to welcome our first guest, Democritus. Hello, Democritus.
Hello, madam.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Lovely picture of you. Great resemblance.
Great resemblance indeed.
Yes, so let's have a seat.
Yes, we shall.
How was your flight today, Democritus?
It was quite the experience, to be honest with you.
How are you feeling about the whole electron cloud?
Oh, the electron cloud. I do not believe it one bit.
Oh, can you explain to me how? I'd like to hear your theory.
My theory is that I had this vision. This vision was that in my mind, I felt that I knew the atom. See,
Insightful.
I had these 5 steps of the atom. You see, first, all matter consists of invincible particles and indestructible particles.
Wow.
Yes, and my second step is all atoms are indestructible. What I just said, yes, indestructible. My third, atoms are solid but invisible.
Wow.
You cannot see it. Solid, I know, it's very confusing.
So are atoms in the air?
Yes, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Atom, you are atoms. You're of all atoms.
I'm atoms?
You are atoms.
Wow.
You see, my fourth. You see, atoms are a homogeneous. And if you don't know what homogeneous is, look it up. There's many that thought.
Oh, Democritus.
Oh, madam! Oh, damn!
Oh, you make me laugh.
So, but seriously, look it up. Homogeneous in the dictionary. Now my fifth, the last step. I'm gonna need to see this one. Atoms differ in size, shape, mass, and position.
Wow. Well, it was great having you, Democritus.
It was quite big.
I hope you...
The last picture they took of me, I wasn't ready. That's
well,
just.
if they were going to take another picture right now, this will be it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, bye, Democritus. See you later.
Bye, my love.
We'll be right back after this short but sweet commercial break. And we're back, and I'd like to welcome our next guest, Dalton.
Got on my leather jacket.
Hello, Dalton.
How are you, madam?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing quite swell, to be honest with you.
So how do you feel about the whole electron cloud
I
model?
think it's a bunch of hobknockers.
Oh, what is hobknockers?
I don't quite know, but I think it's a load of shenanigans.
Okay, alright. Can you tell me why you think that?
Let me tell you something, miss. I came up with my own atomic theory. And I think mine is the right one.
Not Democritus?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because
He's so much older than
Have you
you.
seen him?
He's a nice man. I actually just met with him.
There's something seriously wrong with that man. And let me tell you something. All matter is made of atoms.
Oh, is it?
Atoms are indivisible and indestructible. That's just one. I've got 4. Yes, I understand that Democritus said that, but that's one. All atoms of a given element are identical in mass and properties. So all atoms of the same element, same mass and properties. Compounds are formed by a combination of 2 or more different kinds of atoms, and that's just compounds. And the 4th one I got down here, a chemical reaction is a rearrangement of atoms.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I seem to believe.
So since you're about 1,000 or 2,000 years older than Democritus,
I'm only 56, but continue.
I mean like the time period you were born in. You're about 2,000 year difference, and you just developed his theory. Do you agree with his more or just yours?
Mine only. Go
100%?
bigger. 100%.
Okay.
There's
Well,
nothing. These other jokes that you have
Okay, well,
backstage with me,
alright.
they've got nothing.
Alright.
Alright?
Alright, I'm just gonna have you calm down and quietly exit the stage.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. I'd like to welcome our next guest, Thompson.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much.
Quite an entrance, Thompson.
Thank you.
I see you've got contacts.
I have. My eyes have developed a little bit, so I thought I'd go to the contacts.
What else has developed is the electric crowd model, and I was wondering if you agreed with it or not.
That is true. It has developed, but let me tell you this: it's not right.
It's not.
My experiments, they were right.
What is right? Tell me the truth.
Let me tell you something, alright? One thing I'm going to talk about today is the cathode ray.
What is that?
They are charged particles, which I like to call corpuscles.
Wow. Interesting.
And with these corpuscles, I conducted 3 experiments, but I'm pretty sure you and all of your posse are only going to be interested in the conclusion of the 3rd one. My conclusion is that the particles either carried a huge charge or were actually 1,000 times smaller than a hydrogen ion.
That's pretty small.
And cathode rays are made of particles that radiate within the atoms themselves.
Wow.
The reason why I did this experiment is because I wanted to work out the nature of the atoms, because they are actually too small to have their mass directly calculated.
Okay. And also another thing I'd like to
And
talk
actually,
about.
I'm going to talk for a little bit. This is a picture of the 3rd experiment. I thought you and the viewers maybe I put this together myself.
Okay. Another thing I'd like to talk to you about is plum pudding. What is that?
You got me on a good day.
Wow, you've come prepared.
Of course, this model right here, the atom is composed of electrons surrounded by a soup, which is the rest of it, of positive charge to balance the electron's negative charges. Like negatively charged raisins, I like to say raisins, surrounded by positively charged pudding. The electrons as we know them today, were thought to be positioned throughout the atom, but with many structures possible for positioning multiple electrons, particularly rotating rings of electrons, which is where I like to put down all the electrons rotating around there.
And the electrons are negatively charged, right?
The electrons are negatively charged.
Wow, that is very interesting.
It's a bit different, I understand, but mine is right. That's
Oh, okay.
the only way to put it.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on this show today.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is Thompson, everyone.
Thank you, madam. I'm gonna be.
Oh, and also, I'm gonna step out. Got a flight to catch, but our co-host is gonna join you after the commercial break.
I'm gonna be taking these devices. Thank you.
Welcome back to Man in Time. And I'm gonna welcome our next guest. Highly trained and very
Yeah.
professional.
Ay, yeah. Ay, yeah. Boys, yeah. Holla, we them boys.
Hello, Rutherford. How are
Hello,
you today?
sweetheart. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm swell. Swell as in I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So why did you bring me here today?
I wanted to ask a couple questions about what you think about the quantum mechanical model, also known as the electron cloud that was just released.
Ooh, isn't the electron cloud the thing with it's electron, it's blah, 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 blah. It's like a big
Yeah, all that, all what you're saying
Yeah,
is right.
it's
Yep,
like
that's it. Yep, that's it.
Well, I'm going to tell you that I do not believe it one bit.
Why not? I mean, it was
Because I have my own. I have my own model.
Can you tell me about it?
Now see, I will tell you about this matter. I devised a gold foil experiment. Gold foil. It's right there. The gold. Right there.
Okay.
It involved from Thomson. I reasoned from Thomson's model was correct. Then the mass of the atom would be spread throughout it by shooting high velocity alpha particles at atoms. I believe that there would be little to deflect the particles. Who wrote my script? I cannot read this. I will have to go on then. I used a thin line of gold atoms, and most of the particles went through the foil. Some rebounded directly backwards.
That's very different from
It
what
is
you
very
showed.
different indeed. You see,
What was your conclusion of all of this?
You asked so many questions.
I am a talk show host. Oh.
That was no joke. I will tell you my conclusion. I discarded the plum pudding and confirmed that most of the mass is concentrated in a nucleus.
Rutherford, everyone. We'll be back soon. I bet you thought that wasn't me, but it was. Welcome back, and I'd like to welcome our next guest, Born.
Det är det enda ni gör på dagarna. Ni sitter i det där ventilet och spelar Dota.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota. I hear you man. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota.
Oh, hello. Welcome, Born.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful.
Oh, okay. I want to talk today about the quantum mechanical model that was
Of
just
course.
Do you agree with it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, why not? Tell me your thought process.
I will tell you my theory
Okay.
and my experiment.
And this is the correct one?
Of course. It is the
Alright.
only one. Okay? I propose my quantized shell model to explain how electrons can have stable orbits around the nucleus. Rutherford's model was unstable because any charged particle moving on a current path would be energy and spiral into the nucleus because of electromagnetic radiation.
Oh, okay. That's
I
interesting.
required the electrons to move in orbits of fixed size and energy.
So they're all going at the same pace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm going to continue. My model explained how electrons could jump from an orbit to another by emitting or absorbing energy in different quantities. This is my theory.
Wow, that's very interesting. And I think it's right. Alright, well, thanks for coming on the show, Bor. See
It
you
is
later.
no problem. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back. Seems like I fell asleep. But we're gonna enter our next and last guest, Schrodinger.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. Cause
I love your coat, Schrodinger. Welcome. And you're very
Guess where I got this shirt?
Where?
The thrift shop.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Now, tell me, what do you think of me?
Well, actually, I want to know about your model and how it pertains to the electron cloud model that was just released. Do you agree with it?
No, it doesn't even matter. Let me tell you what I think.
I'm dying to know.
My cat model is a famous illustration of the principle in quantum theory of superposition, which is overlapping waves. Waves! Now, my idea was that if you put a cat in the box, a cat in the box, something that may or may not get it in a given time, friend, until you open the box and you don't know if the cat is dead or alive.
Oh, wow. Did you actually keep cats in this experiment, or was it just a thought-up experiment?
Well, I did keep some cats in some cages, you know, thousands, maybe 10,000. I did it up in the,
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, as I was saying, as you interrupted me, what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, here we go. If the cat is dead or alive, until we make the observation of which one it is, it's both at the same time, aka a superposition or overlapping of states. So, as I conclude this interview and get out of here, see you ever again. So, we don't know what the state of particle it really measures. But measuring, it changes state, forcing it to be something.
Wow.
That's my conclusion.
Wow, that was very interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, it was good having you on the show.
It was
I'll
great
see you
to be
later.
here. I'm staying.
Alright, well this just about concludes our show, and all of these concluding scientists created what is now known as the electron cloud model, which basically is a little bit different from the old model of Niels Bohr. He talked about electrons going around the nucleus in a fixed circle in a similar way to the planets that go around them, the sun. The electron cloud model says that we can't know exactly where an electron is at any given time, but the electrons are more likely to be in specific areas. This is the most modern and accepted way to talk about the situation of atom. So thank you all for watching, and that's it for today.